Chrysamere, the Paladin's blade and sword of heroes, is an ancient claymore with offensive capabilities only surpassed by its defenses. It lends the wielder health, protects him or her from fire, and reflects any deletory spells cast against the wielder back to the caster. Seldom has Chrysamere been wielded by any bladesman for any length of time, for it chooses not to favor one champion. Haha, nice, Chrysamere. It's a unique claymore sword in the Elder Scrolls arena. The Paladin's blade. I absolutely love this. I was 2 years old when I found that there's an actual Paladin's blade in Elder Scrolls lore, and then I found in that little quest where the Mage's Guild, the people in the Mage's Guild are talking about these warrior priests who were doing, I don't know, some shenanigans or something. So there are paladins in the Elder Scrolls. I wonder if I can ask for rumors. Look at that, that's a spider. So I wonder if there's something having to do with Vermina here. No, no, you come back here. Oriel's bow is a news young Breton ever heard of it, because he knows exactly how to find it. I do feel like I need this weapon because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna face some very tough opponents at some point. Between the two of us, how to get Oriel's shield? Actually, it's all the information about where to go to find the map to find the shield. Maybe I should get Oriel's shield. Nah, I know what I want. Biggest party of the year, okay. There's all these festivals and all these things happening. Finding everyone, telling them he knows how to find the staff of Magnus. Haha, too senile to go after it anyhow. Yo, these rumors are on point. Like literally all of the lore from the Elder Scrolls is right. It was right here in Arena. But the dark ones, you'd think mages would be too logical to get involved in the quest for mythical relics that'll supposedly make them incredibly powerful. The mages, a red gold serpent, are respectable in north of here, battling with this guy over the necromancer's amulet. They didn't have enough money for the information he had. Lucky for them. Oh my god, she knows everything. This necromancer amulet sounds fine, but it's not fit for a paladin. I mean, it sounds interesting. This just Harvest looks like the best ever. She's got the darndest rumors. Alright, a new one. Okay, the prophet I see. The prophet? The prophet? Who are you, lady? The prophet I see tells, she knows everything. I see tells me that Hammerhell will be decimated by plague early next year. Okay, well that's kinda bad. Let's see, what else do you know? You've heard of the Chrysamere blade, of course. Who hasn't? Well, a lot of people haven't. Well, some shady looking character west of here at the Gold's Treasure is saying he'll sell information regarding its location for a price. Apparently, his price is pretty steep. If you got the money and the inclination, you should pay a visit to the Gold Treasure. Oh my god, Chrysamere blade, the blade of Paladins. I need this blade. I am Bellicus the Paladin. I absolutely need this blade. Who is this lady? She knows everything. Okay. She's looking all treasure. Saying information regarding this location for a price. Probably his price is pretty steep. If you got the money and the inclination, you should. Gold, a treasure. I'm gonna write it down because this is arena. Like, you have to write things down because otherwise I'll just skip this and I never know where the hell, how the hell. I was looking for the Alchema Infinium, but I mean, the Blade of the Paladin, I definitely want that, yes. Visit the Gold, a treasure. Who are you, lady? How do you know all these things? You can call me Gold. Ralaran. I am a field hand. I work my heart out during the harvest and starve in the winter. She's just a field hand and she knows like all the secrets of the Elder Scrolls. Oh my god, Golgot Ralaran. Thank you, lady. Like your part. Oh my god, this gold treasure is so hidden and somehow very ethereal in a way for some reason. Nothing with the serving wench, okay. Alright, I need to find a shady looking individual. Alright, that's shady as hell. What is he doing? What is he doing there? That's really shady. I'm looking for a shady individual who's gonna give me information about Chrysamere, the blessed blade of the Paladin. All the information that I got is a shady looking individual. And what do I get when I see here? Stop. Oh my god. If this is the shady looking individual that is gonna give me the information, I'm gonna lose it. What are you doing? You seem like a nice enough Breton. Why don't you run along now? Okay, this is not the shady looking individual. Let's go get a drink so I can just like relax and see if I can find this shady looking individual. I think that guy over there, he looks like a shady looking individual right there. Right, give me your most expensive drink. Upon mentioning this word, Chrysamere, you are immediately joined by a young man. Good Breton, allow me to introduce myself. Akasik Trisan Adjusabis. I couldn't help but hearing you mention of the Blade of Blades. Oh my god, you heard me talking about that shady looking individual. The Sword of the Paladin, Chrysamere. As a matter of fact, I happen to know where the map to Chrysamere's most recent hiding place has been all this time. I just turned down a chap willing to pay 560 gold for information. But for you, I think I'd agree to that price. Do we have a deal? You know what? I'm not even gonna barter with this guy because the blessed blade of the Paladin, Chrysamere, is just like... that's something that I have to have in order to save Tamriel from all the evil things that threaten Tamriel. So just this 560, let's do it. Alright, there we go. I knew the moment you walked in, we'd make a good deal. My information comes from my brother, a scribe in Alabasta, a poor city in Elsbir. He does occasional work with the archivist of the city. A rumor grew that Chrysamere, the Sword of Heroes, has resurfaced into the known world. He delved deeper and found that it had indeed risen again. The location was said to be inscribed on a tablet in a place called a Labyrinth of Drugarok. I have inscribed the location of that tablet on your map of the continent. Nice, I'm gonna write it down because it's Elder Scrolls Arena. Sometimes you see information, sometimes you just don't see anything again, so I'm just gonna write it down. Labyrinth of Drugarok. Okay, here's the location on your map on the continent. Labyrinth of Drugarok. Neither my brother or I care much for adventure. The money you have given us will allow him to complete his studies, a night to raise a family, take care in your quest. Both the map you seek and Chrysamere are sure to be gathered. A map? Okay. Nice. Nice. I'm gonna celebrate. Give me your most expensive drink. I'm top G, I'll get the most expensive one. The gin and tonic, 3 gold. Alright. That's it, I just needed one drink to celebrate that I found Chrysamere, the blessed sword of the Paladin. Alright, Chrysamere, the Paladin's blade and sword of heroes, is an ancient claymore with offensive capabilities only surpassed by its defenses. It lends the wielder health, protects him or her from fire, and reflects any deletory spells cast against the wielder back to the caster. Seldom has Chrysamere been wielded by any bladesman for any length of time, for it chooses not to favor one champion. Haha, nice, Chrysamere. It's a unique claymore sword in the Elder Scrolls arena. The Paladin's blade. I absolutely love this. I was 2 years old when I found that there's an actual Paladin's blade in Elder Scrolls lore, and then I found in that little quest where the Mage's Guild, the people in the Mage's Guild, are talking about these warrior priests who were doing, I don't know, some shenanigans or something. So there are paladins in the Elder Scrolls. That is really, really cool. Now, when it comes to the lore, who does the paladin worships in the Elder Scrolls? It has to do not only with Mara, because Mara is the goddess of healing, right? It's, you see the light coming out of your hands when you heal, like very much like World of Warcraft when you heal with the light. You in Elder Scrolls Arena, it's Mara and the healing and so on and so forth. But I have a whole theory behind that, tying with the idea that the Aedra, the gods in the Elder Scrolls, lend their power and everything they had to humans. So